Oh, what's up, YouTube? So I figured I'd lean on this with my 2 cents or whatnot. So, as you can guess by what's on screen here, yes, I'm going to be talking about Epic Games and some unfortunate news. And yeah, there's just there's so much like fucking wrong with Epic Games. Starting off with the most obvious, Epic Games is an inferior platform. Okay, there's a reason why people go to Steam, even though Epic Games occasionally has games for cheaper. Because Steam has built a community and offered support and features, and has made, things like modding and other things easy, as well as, getting updates, bug fixes, and whatnot, as well as, the fact that you're not going to have nearly as many security risks. Nobody's going to be stealing your fucking social security, your credit card number, or your identity, or any of that shit. Epic Games has all these issues, okay? Now, the other thing Epic Games is doing, rather than fix any of these issues, okay? Rather than fix, those issues or fix their issues of Fortnite's become boring or whatever. I'm sure Fortnite's still an amazing game. Personally, it's not anything I care about. They decided to start buying games, okay? So the developers of XCOM, they went and did crowdfunding for a while and promised that, games would be, their newest game would be on Steam and, other platforms just as soon as, it would be on Epic, and Epic came to them and paid them. So now it's an Epic exclusive for a whole year, and people are getting refunds like a motherfucker. But it's shitty because it's like, yeah, okay, sure, you know, it's, only a year and everything, but it's like you waited to tell people this until after you had their money and you were financially stable enough that you can turn around and do that. You didn't take that risk before. Because more than likely the game would have never been fucking made. And honestly, it should be criminal. It should be. It's not, but it should be. Okay. Now Epic Games has bought out, Borderlands 3. So if you wanted to play Borderlands 3, and yeah, okay, sure, you can play Borderlands 3. It's only like a couple of days, but it's still bullshit. All right, it's Epic Games is paying people money. And Metro, Metro Exodus, that's another game. Okay, Epic Games is paying people money to only release it on their platform, for periods of time. And the reason why Epic Games is doing this is because they know they're fucking inferior. But rather than fix the problem of their inferiority, rather than do the work necessary to achieve a growing community and fan base, and adapt themselves in the marketplace, they would rather manipulate you and fucking control the market, and not for the better. No. They do it just for, money and lulz, because they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about your money. Okay, they want control. They don't give a shit about offering a legitimate service or decent customer support or anything. They would rather force you to work with them. And that is their whole concept and principles. And it's kind of pathetic, honestly. And me personally, I mean, and here's the other thing. These games are going to be available on console, so it kind of like doesn't matter if you own a console and a PC. If you own a PC, you're going to be kind of, you're pissed because that's what it is. But I mean, the games that they're picking, it's like Fortnite. I don't give a shit about Fortnite. The XCOM games, well, I didn't even play any of the XCOM games, so I don't give a shit. Robocall, Shadow Complex, and all these other things that they're doing, still don't give a fuck. Okay, Borderlands 3 is pretty much the only game that I legitimately give a single flying fuck about out of all of the things that they have. And I'm probably just gonna get Xbox One. So Epic can go fuck themselves. I mean, Epic. And it's like, now, that's easy for me because these are all games I don't care about. But these are games that some of you probably do care about. And really, as a company, if Epic wanted more business, instead of trying to force people to fucking, use you and everything, how about you fix the problems that people keep telling you about? Okay, people don't want to buy you because there's a security issue. Fix the security issue. People don't want to work with you because there's a lack of community. Fix the community issue. People don't want to work with you because, there's a lack of support. Okay, fix the support issue. People don't want to work with you because there's a lack of technical support. Fix that issue. People don't want to work for you because of a lack of features. Fix the features issue. Okay? If you can seriously... And here's the real kicker. These guys can sit there and spend thousands and thousands of dollars to force you to play on their thing by making, Borderlands 3 exclusive for a couple days, or making the XCOM game exclusive, or Metro Exodus, or, any of these games exclusive. They can spend those thousands and thousands of dollars and hours of contracts working out to force you, to use them. Why in the hell can they not spend that money instead on fixing the issues that they have, and also spending the time, the hours and hours that they have negotiating these contracts and things, instead on fixing the issues they have? There's no logic. It makes no sense. What it boils down to is it just boils down to Epic being an asshole. Okay? And, whoever's in charge of Epic, Epic Games, and, who are the CEO or whatever, I don't even know who it is, because Epic's is, like, kind of below my fucking radar, and I could give a single flying fuck, okay? Like, the way I see it's like, Nintendo is below my radar. So, Epic Games isn't even, like, within, like, shitting distance of my radar. Okay? But the point being, I don't know whoever's in charge. But they're not thinking logically. They're not thinking reasonably. They're not, being reasonable at all. There's nothing, like, cool about this or whatever. However you want to phrase it. They're just straight up being a fucking douchebag. Okay? There is absolutely no reason why they can't fix the problems that they have, and that they have to force gamers to do this. There's no logical fucking reason, because instead of spending that money and that time, like I said, they can then turn around and actually fix their fucking website. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't even matter. Steam's superior. Steam's gonna win just with superiority anyways. But and if you like using Epic, good for you. I don't care. I'm not gonna, like, sit there and be like, oh, you have to use Steam, or that's the same argument, like, between Sony and Xbox. If you like Xbox over Sony, whatever. If you like Sony over Xbox, whatever. Okay. Point being is, though, they have some issues, and they're going about it in the complete, like, fucking opposite direction. And I don't understand it. I don't understand that logic or thinking, because there is no logic or thinking of that. Now, Steam's gonna win just from superiority alone. This whole, like, childish, like, gambit of, oh, I have the one crayon in the box that you don't have, and I'm not gonna share it, is not gonna win anybody over. It's just gonna piss everybody off. Everybody's gonna get fucking tired of you, and eventually you're gonna fail and fall. And when you fail and fall, and you swallow that crayon up your fucking nose, everyone's gonna laugh at you and call you a fucking crayon eater. Okay? This is... And that's what this is. This is like little kindergarten shit. Okay? It's 2019. You know, dude, you're in control of a company, a corporation, and you're still pulling little kindergarten shit. Like, fucking grow up, man. Seriously. It's not even, like, clever or anything. Okay? Uh, this is a kid that... Whoever owns this company is, like, the kid in kindergarten that didn't get punched in the nose, but should have been punched in the nose. That's who this is that's running the company, okay? This was that kid that should have gotten fucking spanked by their parent, but they didn't get spanked. Alright. So, that being said, you know, what I think about it is I think it's really shitty. I think it's irritating. The main purpose of this video was to talk about those things and to give you the news that Borderlands 3 isn't going to be available till April 20-something. Okay, I think it's like 22nd. For other for other platforms, but also I want to say, my 2 cents on this, of course, is this is not going to work. Like, not only is it illogical and it makes no sense, it's not going to work. Because, like I said, Steam's just superior to Epic. Nearly every other gaming store that I can think of is superior to Epic. In fact, I would go as so far to say that gaming websites made by small developers that were thrown together haphazardly by a team of probably about 4 or 5 people are better than Epic. Because they actually, at the very least, have a couple of forums and a community and a chat and all these different things, okay? These features are bare, basic features that any website, whether it's a gaming website or a government website or a learning website, doesn't matter what kind of website we're talking about. These are all like basic features that any website should have, and they don't have them. Okay. Now, and then here's the other thing, is the whole reason why they can get away with it and it's not considered a monopoly is, well, they're still, the games that they're doing this to are still available on the Xbox One, the PS4, PS3, 360, depending on, and that's, of course, depending on the age of the game and, what platforms it's built for, but they're still available elsewhere. So, working with a shady company and getting my identity stolen, or spending the extra $200 on a gaming console that can also use as a media center, a Blu-ray player, and a 4K HD player, and a streaming device. Something that, Epic Games also lacks. The consumer, realistically, they're going to take one look at Epic, smell the fucking shit pile that it is, and go buy something else. Okay? So, if I was Epic's, marketing distributor or whatever, whoever's in charge of handling this part of it, or even the CEO, I would be sweating right now. Because all you're doing is being a dumbass and pissing everybody off. Now, before you go and blow up Epic's email and everything with this crap, they don't care. It's really not that hard to set up an automated system that's just going to automatically delete your emails. And even if they do reply, it's also going to be an automated system that replies for them. So they don't give a shit. I would, however, instead go after the developers. Okay? So 2K, is the one that made the decision that Epic Games is going to have this exclusivity. Then, not like children, but like men, go let 2K know just how fucking unhappy you are. That's what I would recommend. Okay? Any developer that pulls this kind of crap, go let them know just how unhappy you are. Because 2K can only do it if developers and publishers are willing to do this. And 2K right now, where they're at, they are not in a good spot right now. Okay, they have a lot riding on Borderlands 3. So, if something bad were to happen with Borderlands 3, mainly that being, they start getting all these bombing negative reviews and things like that, then, that's going to start affecting their business, as well as, affecting their relationship with investors, and hence is going to directly affect their money. That's what I would recommend doing. Okay. That being said, the news sucks. It is what it is. Now you know. Catch you next time, YouTube.